It's Ray Give TV.
Ray Give TV.
Let's get right to it.
Our small percentage of black people in the USA is definitely representing a large percent of violence. It's there, black on black. May not be the number he said, but to be 13%, if we 300%, 400% more than what we represent, that's crazy. I'm gonna say that. If you black and don't agree with that, then you just a that just don't want to look at your truth. God damn it. 100% is 26. 200% is 39. So we represent 200% or better of the violence and murders in the USA. And remember that 13% is including our elderly people and our infants. You get what I'm saying? And the elderly people and infants ain't committing the murders and the crimes. So that means that 13% is really a smaller percent of the ones that's actually doing this shit. Right? So realistically, it's probably an 8 to 10 percentile of our people that represent that 40% of greater of the violence number in the USA. Right? That's the truth. And that's what it is. Then we need to be able to return in a year or so and say, hey, that 40% number is down to 24. It's dropped 16%. And drop it. That's how you fight that back. And if you want to talk about the white people, right? Not to cover nothing up that's going on with us. Cause I just look at people as people, but I believe that the statistics on who represents the greater number of mass shootings of celebrities and all this type of shit and bombs and shit. I should go back to Timothy McVeigh, Oklahoma City, but that's them. So they got their shit they need to work on too, but that don't drown out and cover up our reality. That's our reality. And people get mad because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Cap says no such thing on black crime. I beg to differ because I used to participate willingly on black crime.
No such thing.
That's what you said, Cap.
I was talking. There's two different contexts. When I was talking about black on black crime, I was talking about from the position Charlie was talking from. I'm not talking about I was not talking about black on black crime in general. I can't try and explain it.
It's only one thing. Listen, here go the thing, Cap. This real shit. We cannot confuse the people, right? Black on black crime, as we speaking, is the robberies, the murders, the rapes, the assaults, the all that shit that one black person does to another black person. We ain't even talking about it. We ain't talking about what a brother did to an Asian or white. Not to say it doesn't matter, but we're isolating that a lot of this shit we doing to ourselves. That's what we
That's not
saying.
the position I was speaking from. The position I was speaking from is from Charlie's position. You can't just talk about black crime clearly because he was unalive by his own. So the same man that put
But see that that's what
let
I'm
me just
trying to
finish so you
stop
can
you.
understand. No, there's one in my
The
position.
light somewhere it don't need to be.
I'm
Look,
only putting the light based on the
let me
subject.
put your uniform on.
Like you're
Let me
gonna
put an
switch to,
Israelite
but don't
uniform
switch
on.
to a lens that I'm going to agree with. You got to
Let me
understand the
put an
lens that I'm
Israelite
coming from.
uniform on. Fuck them. We just talking about us.
We, I,
Fuck what they doing
but
because
just
what they doing.
think of you coming from though. You coming from a position of saying we ain't got nothing to do with that, cleaning ourselves up, of which I agree.
Yeah, nigga, you see them numbers?
When I say black on black crime didn't exist, I'm speaking from Charlie trying to put the highlight of all crime on black people when crime is crime. So if white on white crime exists, then black on black crime doesn't exist. I was clear with that position. There's 49 million people, 49 million black people in America. I think it's about 6,000 violent crimes. That's a low percentage when you look at it from that position. But is crime an issue in the black communities? Yes, it is an issue in black communities. But for a white person like Charlie to say that more crimes are being committed against white people by black people than white people, that's why I have an issue
Hold
when
on,
I'm having
slow
a
down, slow
conversation
down.
about him.
So you saying, Cap, you said there's more crimes getting committed against black people by white people than
No,
black
no,
on black?
no.
Come on,
What?
no, you don't.
That's what I said. Wack, I did not just say that. I
What did you
said
say?
Charlie. I said Charlie said that it's more likely that a black person will commit a crime against a white person than a white person, and that's just not true. So
Yeah,
when
but
I'm
I don't.
speaking,
But this the
that,
thing,
this you got to let me finish.
Cal.
This
What
is
I
why y'all
need you
didn't
to do?
understand. This is why y'all didn't understand me
Turn
the
that
other
light
day.
off. Turn
I
that
don't
light
have to
off.
turn the light.
You
If you
gotta
didn't mention
turn it off.
listen, if you just want to talk about what black people are doing, I'm fine.
That's all
But
I.
if we
I'm gonna
have,
tell you
but if we
why.
have an open, I don't end it right here. But if we having an open-ended conversation
That nigga
about
Charlie
Charlie,
did a
about
great job,
crime,
bro.
he did
I
not. He
believe
did it.
Charlie did a great job. Let me tell you the job Charlie did, right? So if we had a mother, right? Let's say we had a fit mother. This nigga was ripped, fit, six pack, pecs, everything, right? And this every day he went to work, it was this lady or this dude, whatever you want to say, right? Oh, you fat, you's a fat mother, right? You know what they gonna call that dude? They gonna say that motherfucker's a mean, disrespectful motherfucker. But if what that dude was saying, which is truth in a blunt, harsh way, if I look up a year from now, that motherfucker he was talking about then lost 100 pounds and ripped eating healthy, I'm gonna say you did a great job because it took you to trigger this man. I'm gonna be real. I've been talking about it. I didn't know who Charlie was. He's like a Nipsey Hussle to me. Some people knew him, a lot of people didn't, but more people know him now that he's dead than he was alive. But now his messages are being heard. I'm listening to what he's saying. Yeah, he might be off with his numbers, but it's some real truth in what he's saying. And if you black and don't see nothing the fuck wrong, and think you down there in that chat talking, and you come from the worst city, I'm gonna beat my chest because they shit we've been working on the last 15 years. I think we number 2 or 3 on one of the safest cities to live in now. It's a fact. Chicago so fucked up they didn't change their name and embraced it to Chirac to represent
Right.
motherfucking murders. And this is the shit that we need to say, hey, that ain't cool.
But when you having a conversation about black people doing
That's
shit to black people, I'm always going to be on that because that's what I actively do as well. But if we're gonna use a man, and I hear him and all of his
he did
talking
a
points,
great job.
if all of his talking points are correct, he's not doing a great job.
I'm gonna tell
He's
you
doing
why
a
he's doing a
misleading
great
job.
job.
He lied
You know what it
when he
made me
said that.
do?
Listen,
You know what it made me do? It made me go look and research what he was saying. And
as well as me, and he's a
although,
liar.
listen, see, all you saw was he off with his numbers. You know what I
I didn't
saw?
see he's off with his numbers. I saw
Cap,
he
he's
off.
off with his numbers. He off a little bit with his numbers. But you know what I saw when I researched? The niggas on point that is us doing it to us. A big number.
But he's off. Now, here's my issue.
I mean, can we
If he
agree with
spoke,
that?
I can agree that he said that. Where I disagree with him is his agenda. It ain't got nothing to do with the
See, I don't give
numbers.
a about his agenda.
See,
He
once
on what he
again, but
on.
don't. Okay, but if you gonna understand, I understand exactly
Cap,
where you
you
coming.
got the same
This where
agenda. It's
you,
just
this
flip.
where you get it from. Listen, this where you coming from. You coming from the position you don't give a fuck how off he is. Black people have a problem. He's pointing it out. So fuck the
Booyah.
messenger. So fuck the messenger. Listen to the message. That's your position. So now
That
you
yeah,
know I under. So now you
because
know I
what he's
understand
saying,
your position.
yeah,
Wait,
what he's
but
saying is like, hold on, bro, wait, what the? Cause see, I said, wait,
okay, but here's where we differ though, because I so now you know I understand your position. Where I differ from is his agenda is to put a spotlight on the criminality that black people are doing to mask the criminality that white people are doing. That if he
Cap,
was a person,
here's the
listen,
reality of it.
you got white people that speak kind of like Charlie, but they don't have the agenda of
Here's the
Charlie, and so I
reality of
can't
it,
say
Cap.
nothing about them because
Cap,
they not,
here's the
man.
reality of it. We
The
ain't got
reality is that
no
he was a
voice.
piece of shit, and a
We
white man killed that nigga.
That's
That's the reality.
cool.
No
That's
problem.
cool. We ain't
And
got
now we
no
know that
voice.
America has a violence problem. That's
We
what we
we do
learned.
have a violence problem.
Right, right.
We
Do we?
have no voice, right? As long as
Mm.
we are putting up these numbers.
You know who
We
voice we got? You know,
we
you know
got
the
it.
great. You
We
know,
got if we ain't got a voice with us to say stop, we
no,
can't say nothing to them.
you know you know who's the best prime voice on this subject? The mayor of Baltimore is the best prime suspect, person to talk. He's a black man that lowered the murder rate in Baltimore. The lowest has been in 50
That's
years.
great.
Right.
Now
So now,
we
if we
need
took
we need
if we
about
replaced
40 more
right,
Baltimore.
that's what I'm talking about. So he actually has laid out a blueprint where he not wasting time saying these are the numbers. What he did was he addressed the violence as a health issue. He addressed the violence as a lack of opportunity issue. So what did he
No,
do?
no, no, no.
Get
Cap.
you can't say
Listen,
no, no,
listen.
no. That this
Cap,
is
listen,
fact.
bro. See what you saying now? You gotta stop saying this shit.
That's what
Because
they said.
anytime,
I'm
no,
saying
hold
what they
on.
said.
Anytime, anytime you give our people a reason for excuse, we take it.
See,
Hey,
that's the
bro,
problem. You
bro,
look at it
no,
like a
this what
reason
we
as an
gotta
excuse
push.
when it's just facts.
Nah,
If
this what
black
we
people
gotta
don't
push,
have an
Cap.
opportunity,
Okay.
if a
So if
black
a
kid
woman
come
don't
out,
want to, you got the right to take the. No, I don't give a what's going on. You
what
shouldn't
the
be
fuck?
going over
That ain't
there,
even a
stab a
comparison.
man in his
That ain't even a
neck and
comparison.
blowing his.
That ain't
That's
even
it.
a
I don't give a
comparison.
if you got a job or not. We got to stop giving
Listen, man.
ourselves an
Baltimore.
scapegoat, bro.
I'm not.
That's what
I'm
you
not.
just
Who?
did.
Wait. No, I did not. If
You
there's an
said,
issue,
hey,
you
because
just
it
said
is,
there's a
we're
problem.
doing this.
I didn't say that.
I
That's
watched
what
the
the mayor. Wait, hold
Mexicans
up. I
don't
didn't
have
say that.
nothing.
Now, when
And
you
you know
yelling,
what
I don't
they
even know
do?
why you're yelling.
They
This is why I
go
might
in the
have.
room
This,
in the house
now,
and they gather what they got and make
this
something
why
of it. We
no
got to
problem. This why
eliminate,
they want to have
well,
a
we
patient.
don't
So
have
now
this and we don't
we
have
looking
that.
at we looking
Come on,
at
bro.
black people. Baltimore was a murder cesspool, and that
LA
man.
rules.
I'm not talking, but I'm not talking about
We
L.A.
way bigger
You
than
said you
Baltimore.
okay. Why are you doing that though? I'm
Our
not
shit is
comparing,
way
but
down.
I'm not making that comparison. What I'm saying is what that black mayor said he did, and that black mayor lowered the murder rate. The lowest has been 50 years. So when you say we got to be accountable, that black man held Baltimore accountable and had
Listen,
Baltimore.
bro. You
It
missing
worked.
what I'm saying.
If
I'm saying this.
that black mayor could go to Chicago, that murder rate would go down.
This
That
what I'm
black mayor
saying.
could go to New York, it'll go down.
No, it
So
wouldn't. No,
yes,
it
it
wouldn't.
would.
No, it
Okay,
wouldn't.
they said
No, it
that
wouldn't.
about Baltimore
It
before the
takes the
mayor went
people.
in
Hey,
there.
bro, listen
That's
to
my
me.
point. It
Listen.
takes the people. You right. That's
Listen.
my point.
Listen. This the bottom line. Baltimore problem is a total different problem from New York, and New York problem is a
Murder
total
is
different
murder.
problem from
Oppression is
California.
oppression.
No, it's why they're murdering. LA's murder problem comes from gang banging and dope dealing.
So you
We
get a
know our
mayor,
shit come
right?
from,
Exactly. But
right?
we now
Listen,
you kind of like taking away. You
no,
said
what
we
I'm
that
telling
black.
you is
You
this
said
the
black got to
agenda.
worry about black, and I
No
gave you an
matter what,
example
this a
of a
fact.
black man worrying about
Today,
black,
every day I
and he
leave
did
my
the
house,
job.
and yesterday woke up in the morning, I had two black dudes that I don't know from textile numbers threatening my life for no reason. Two niggas. This a fact.
Nope, nope, nope. Again, you arguing something we already agreed. We black are black. We do shit to each other. What I'm talking about now is a black person that came and saw the condition of black people, went and became mayor, and then did something, and
That's cool.
actually, and so what I'm saying is, if we, like you just said, we
I'm
need more.
saying with or without what I'm saying,
You
right?
can't have a with or without.
Yes, I can.
No, you're not, because
Yes, I
people's
can.
mentality don't change
I'm gonna tell you
unless
why I
somebody come
can.
and teach them.
It should never
The
be a
same way somebody
reason
can.
why you want to pick that knife or that gun or that hammer up and hit somebody
But
else that look like you in the motherfucking head.
I don't think kids wake. I don't think kids are born and they say this is what I want to do. They are taught that by the people that came before them.
My
So it
point.
has
You
to
just
take
made
some.
my point.
Thank you. That is also my point. So I'm not disagreeing with your point. But at the same time, somebody can teach us to be wicked. There's somebody that can teach us to be right. What you're saying is, shouldn't nobody do that? And I'm saying
No, what I'm
somebody should
saying
do
is,
that.
under any circumstances, should we be that with each other regardless?
I agree, but it still has to be taught because it was taught for us to be against each other. So
Yo,
somebody has to come and
taught
change
by
that
who though?
mentality.
Shit.
Us,
That
us.
so
So I'm
everything I've
not
been
arguing that.
saying, everything I've been saying is what that's what it is. It's a us problem. I don't want to hear
I
what
never
the
said
white
it's not a us
I don't
problem.
want to hear
White
what the
person
white
come
man
talking.
has done.
Listen, the only time you hear about white versus black, or that black or black crime don't exist, is when a white man tries to get involved and has a misappropriate agenda against our people. If I'm talking to my people and we talk about our problems, that person is qualified to talk about if he has an agenda to fix our people. But don't let no white man come in who clearly has an agenda to make us look like monsters, only to get killed by the real monster from his side, which is a
Bro,
white man.
hey
Because
bro,
now, what white people have
listen,
to do, I'm gonna end right
listen.
here. I'm gonna end right here. What white people have to do is reset their talking points.
Cap,
They can't use the same black people are violent talking
cap,
points because white people are killing white
cap,
people at an alarming rate.
cap.
That's facts.
We are monsters.
I said the big. I ain't
I
say
don't
we
give a
wasn't.
about no.
But
See,
you
see, man,
spinning
I
off of
don't
what
give
I'm
a
saying.
about what they got going.
But listen, man. If I
I
can
don't
understand where you
care
coming
what
from,
they got going on,
then
cause the
don't bring
more
up
we
what they
factor that
say.
in,
Then don't bring up
we
what they
not
say.
gonna factor us in.
No problem. They shouldn't factor us in either because
I don't
clearly,
care what they factor in.
okay. But I can say that though.
I don't give a
But
see.
I can say
That's
that.
see what you doing is this is too hard of a task. So let
No,
me
it's not.
float it this way.
It's not.
No,
No, it's not.
channel all the thought, 100% of the
Uh huh.
thought
Right.
on us.
That's right. And that's what I do. But if we having an open-ended conversation, I can speak
I'm
about
telling you
them.
straight up. Whatever they got going on, whatever they saying,
You should
that's
probably
their
tell them
business.
that. Because I don't go
I don't
speaking to
gotta
white
tell them
people.
shit. I
But they
don't
stay in our business,
look.
though.
Listen. I don't
That
gotta
white
tell them
man,
shit.
listen, if that
I
white
ain't
man
seen
spent
a
more time,
boy call a
right,
dog in these
right,
LA streets yet.
once again,
Not
that is
yet.
what Charlie and
But
Charlie's
I
people
seen a
learn.
nigga say
Right,
the Crips because of a
right,
leather jacket, and we've been killing
right.
for 50 years.
More premium content on the way. Oh, you didn't know? Be sure to like the video. Go ahead and share the video. Be sure to tell a friend and tell a friend. We got content. Uh-oh. But until next time, Super Ray giving them gone. God bless. Peace.